Fundraising roundup. We Carry the Gene. Our We Carry the Gene campaign aimed to show just how far-reaching the BBS community is as we set our minds to carrying the BBS gene baton all the way from John O'Groats in Scotland through Ireland, Wales and finally to Land's End in England. When we began the campaign, we set a fundraising goal of £10,000 to help continue our charity's services. Little did we know that your dedication to empowering our BBS community would far exceed our expectations, raising over £80,000 to support our cause. It is truly awe-inspiring. Through our campaign fundraisers' hard work, over 587 people supported our BBS UK community through We Carry the Gene. Our amazing fundraisers cycled, walked, ran and quizzed their way into raising awareness about BBS. We are so grateful to not only those who made immensely generous contributions to the campaign, but also those who thoroughly dedicated themselves to moving that baton from one end of the UK and Ireland to the other. Absolutely incredible efforts from everyone involved, and our team remains overwhelmed by your dedication to our community. Introducing Rare Not Alone. Starting in late spring 2024, we're thrilled to begin Rare Not Alone, a campaign where we celebrate connection and friendship by supporting our Bardet-Biedl syndrome UK community together. BBS is a rare, life-changing genetic disorder, but we're here to show that even though it's rare, those affected are definitely not alone. Much of our charity's work aims to be there for individuals with BBS and their loved ones throughout life's challenges. Whether it's making you a cuppa and chatting about options during a clinic visit, talking about everything and anything at our annual conference, or being there to work through classroom needs. Now we want to cheer on all the ways that those in our community are there for each other, while raising funds to help BBS UK's work to continue. That's where you come in. You can join in on the campaign by completing a goal in the best way possible, with other wonderful people involved. Grab a friend, carer, family member, colleague or a whole crowd and raise awareness and fundraise for our BBS community. The idea is to spread awareness about BBS by involving someone else, anyone else in your fundraising. Whether it be hosting a fancy dress party or an online gaming tournament, staging a flash dance or joining a marathon, hopping on a tandem bicycle or jumping to learn a new dance routine, learning how to bake together or partnering up to become a karate master. We encourage you to get creative on how you bring together people in your life to contribute to Rare Not Alone. Join us by participating in Rare Not Alone and celebrate that making connections helps to make any diagnosis feel more manageable. Remember, in this journey, nobody is alone. Let's make a difference together. Want to get involved? Contact us at fundraising@bbsuk.org.uk. Summer Fundraising Spectacular. In July 2023, a group of members living with BBS and family members of people living with BBS put on a summer fundraising spectacular in the Middleton Archer pub in Manchester. The event raised funds for BBS UK as well as VIBs. VIBs are a voluntary community group that supports blind and partially sighted people living across the UK. They aim to empower the people they support, to ensure no one is socially isolated or alone, and encourage people to be able to socialise with others living with a sight loss. The fundraising event raised awareness of Bardet-Biedl syndrome and was kindly organised by Rachel Foley, BBS UK trustee, Diane Hand, BBS UK trustee, Richard Zimbler, BBS UK volunteer, Liam Dempsey, Catherine Orty, Sarah Ledbetter and Helen Sterland. The event was a great success with over 50 people attending and £380 for each of the two charities. There was live music from the band Smudge, hot food and a raffle with many amazing prizes. Everyone that attended the fundraising spectacular had a great evening, socialising, dancing, laughing, having fun and helping to raise money and awareness for two amazing charities that are very dear to the hearts of the organisers. Thank you to everyone who organised and attended the event. BBS Afternoon Tea by Ollie Sloan. It's that time of year where I start thinking about inviting friends and family to join us for our BBS afternoon teas. In 2019, our BBS afternoon tea around Christmas time raised £376 for BBS UK. After a couple of years' break because of COVID, we started organising them again in 2022. They were very successful, and so we held 3 that year. One of my PAs opened up her home to host the afternoon tea, and together we raised £628. This year we'll be holding 3 themed teas. With help from Mum and my PAs, we bake everything ourselves. In the photo in the standard print version, there are delicious scones, sausage rolls, cakes and freshly prepared sandwiches. We even make our own jam. As prices of ingredients have soared, we were told that the Tesco community officer could help with ingredients as we were fundraising for charity, so we gave them a shopping list of flour, eggs, butter, jam, chocolate. Their help made a big difference to us. It's an enjoyable way to raise some cash for BBS UK. Most of us enjoy a drink and some cake after all. Fingers crossed for another sunny summer. 2024 afternoon tea fundraisers in Kent. £12.50 per person, including tea or coffee, Prosecco or elderflower cordial, £2.50 a glass. Wednesday the 26th of June from 1 p.m, Wimbledon themed afternoon tea. Friday the 23rd of August from 2 p.m, botanical afternoon tea. And Friday the 29th of November from 12 p.m, Christmas afternoon tea. If you live in Kent and would like to attend any of the afternoon teas, please contact admin@bbsuk.org.uk. Gareth's Fundraising and Awareness Raising by Gareth Mainwaring. Hi, my name is Gareth Mainwaring and I'm 17 years old. As I write this article, I am preparing to run the London Landmarks Half Marathon. That's something I never thought that I'd be saying. It all started during lockdown. Having BBS means that I have a constant urge to eat, and so I was gaining weight rapidly. I was very aware of the possibility of developing diabetes, so I changed my diet to a low-carb, no-sugar diet and started running. To begin, I downloaded a free NHS Couch to 5K app, and the rest is history. In September 2022, I ran the Swansea 10K to raise funds for I Believe I Can, a local group for sight-impaired children and young people in Carmarthenshire, where I live. My mum runs with me as my sighted guide. I managed to raise £550 and I got the bug for running. We decided to carry on running 10k every weekend when possible. So much has happened since then. My next goal was to run a half marathon. As soon as I turned 17 and was old enough to sign up, I applied and got a place at the London Landmarks Half Marathon. Whilst training, I heard about BBS UK's We Carry the Gene campaign, and I immediately wanted to contribute. I wanted to raise money for BBS UK because I have had so much support through the BBS Clinic in Birmingham, the conferences which I love, and through the wealth of information that we've received about BBS. Mum and I ended up running 65 miles and raising £660. I was so happy that I could give something back to this amazing charity that has helped me so much. Last February, I discovered an amazing sport called goal ball during a taster session at RNC Hereford. I immediately loved it and it has now taken over my life. I've joined the South Wales Goal Ball Club and played at several tournaments, been invited to the Goal Ball UK Academy and also been selected for the Under-19s Great Britain goalball squad that will be competing in the 2025 Para-Youth Games in Rotterdam. All funds I raise by running the half marathon will go to South Wales Goalball Club and Goalball UK. Goalball has really changed my life. In March, my school held an own clothes day, a coffee morning and a rugby game between staff and pupils to raise money for my half marathon campaign. We raised a total of £1,000. As part of my Welsh Baccalaureate qualification, I prepared a presentation for Year 7 and 8 pupils to raise awareness about BBS at school. This gave me an opportunity to tell people about my condition as well as understand it better myself. After creating my Enthuse fundraising page and sharing my story on social media, I immediately had a lot of interest, which allowed me to share my story even further. I've been on the radio and television, giving interviews about BBS and my fundraising. I was on the Welsh News on S4C, the Welsh and UK BBC News, national radio stations in Wales, in Welsh and in English, and my story has been on their websites and social media platforms. Today, my local cadet unit that I attend every Thursday evening did a 3.1-mile sponsored walk, the length of a half marathon, to support my fundraising efforts. We were also joined by a local television company and they interviewed me, Mum and the cadets and filmed the walk. They also came to our house to interview us and to learn more about living with BBS, playing goalball and fundraising. So I will be on the TV again next week. People keep on pulling my leg and saying that I am now a celebrity. I feel that raising awareness of BBS is very important because every time I tell people that I have BBS, they have no idea what I'm talking about. But now, after raising awareness, more people in Wales know about BBS, and that is a fantastic feeling. As I look forward to running the half marathon on Sunday, I am already thinking about my next challenge. To my mum's horror, I have said that I would like to run a full marathon next time. Her answer was that I would have to find another guide runner, but I'm sure that I will be able to convince her. I have really loved raising awareness of BBS and telling people my story. I also love showing people that whatever condition you live with, it doesn't have to hold you back. I am determined to succeed and be the best version of me that I can be. I want to push the limits of what is possible, and that thought really drives me. I'm not sure where this is going to lead me. I want to push forward with goalball to whatever level I can reach, and I hope that one day I will be telling my story to the whole world, and not just the whole of Wales.